This game looks pretty interesting. I'm gonna put it on my wish list and get back to it as soon as I possibly can. So, you're this ninja. You follow me so far? I know it's a completely alien concept, but you're actually carrying a message that will save the Hidden Leaf Village. Let's compare the story to 1917.
I am a poor wayfaring stranger.
That movie also had a ninja. Both The Messenger and 1917 have main characters who, against all odds, find themselves in the spotlight with a crucial message to deliver across the land. 1917 is edited so the viewer sees it as one shot, making the experience a lot more personal. And The Messenger sets itself apart from the stereotypical formula with the cloud step. Every time you hit something, you gain an additional jump. This opens the entire world up as your double jump. Lantern, that's a double jump. Enemy, that's a double jump. Projectile, that is a double jump. It's the mechanic that carries you through the entire game, and the devs pushed this idea to its limits by integrating it with everything that you do. This is honestly where the difficulty lies in this game. It's hard, don't get me wrong, but every problem has a variety of solutions. Look here, I could go all the way around and fight these guys, or I could hit this lantern, double jump, and skip that section entirely. There is a learning curve as you work through the game and gain confidence to not second guess yourself with every jump you make. But other than that, with a little patience, the difficulty is similar to Celeste's. Boss battles in video games have never been my favorite. I don't know what it is, but what I always go back to is Ocarina of Time's first 3 bosses. Please take this with a grain of salt, but Goma, Dodongo, and Mr. Electricidad can go jump off of Hylian Bridge. Okay, maybe don't do that. Just because the item of a dungeon is what you need to kill the boss doesn't make the boss battle enjoyable or clever. I just feel really bad ripping on a 22-year-old game. My personal favorite bosses are spoiler boss, can't talk about it, maybe or may not be the final boss, these guys from Dragon Ball Z, and the Dragon Ord from Dragon Tales. Sure, not all boss battles are perfect in The Messenger, but many are just fun. They push the envelope for how you're expected to use an item and are a part of the world building and story. By the way, the story is actually very good. New material for the story isn't haphazardly thrown in. Everything is done with the betterment of the entire game in mind. It's like the game devs actually cared about their game. I know, it's crazy. The Messenger also subverts your expectations by telling you a story you think you've heard 1,000 times and then saying, hey, you know what? You're gonna like our story. And then you're like, okay, I mean, I don't have a choice now that it's actually interesting. What plays into the story being so good is how the entire game is written. It does not plod, has lilth, it's downright hysterical at times. My favorite character is the shopkeeper. Which, by the way, just a tip, make sure you talk to him every chance you get because in each specific area, they will tell you a story. The stories often have little to do with the actual game and are just the writer thinking to himself, oh yeah, I'm cool, deal with it. If you're ever frustrated at this dumb little red guy making fun of you because you're bad at the game, just head over to the shop and chill with the shopkeeper. You'll do fine. Also, as a final note, the music is good. And that's The Messenger 2 years later. Buy The Messenger, please.